Good evening. I was waiting for everything to say it was connected. It's weird. That live was so weird. Hmm. Good evening, everyone. I don't know I'm trying to set it up on all platforms as usual. So, good evening. Welcome to our Friday night reading. We are live with Coach Kenya Elliott. And you guys, I cannot wait. I'm so excited to write in these beautiful custom made I.R.I.S. journals. They feel like heaven. They're soft, they're hardback. It says I.R.I.S., and you can only get them when you are a newly enrolled member in one of our 5 week program, the 12-week program, one of the one-on-one programs. So, um, I don't, I'm how can okay? I don't know what that means. Okay, let's try again. Do you think it's from that time when they were giving you that notification that you were using like something? No, because it wouldn't let me go if that was the case. It's like I don't have a good signal or something. It's like, see, it just says your topic is no longer available. That's weird. Okay, there it goes. See, something's wrong. No, it's fine. I don't know why it does that. Hey guys, we're here. We're here. We're here. Welcome in if you're tuning in. We're getting all set up. My name is Coach Kenya. If you're new, I'm Coach Kenya, and we do a daily reading on If You're Not. It is Saturday night self-care reading, so please be sure you join in. Something was wrong with our TikTok streaming, so we just fixed that up. So welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Where are you tuning in from? What platform are you on? Please sure to drop a comment in the chat so we can know where you're tuning in from. So be sure to drop a comment in the chat. Okay, so be sure to drop a comment in the chat so we can know where you're tuning in from. Hey, Diva Kiva, I'm Coach Kenya. If you're new, my niece Amy, my sidekick, is in the background. She is coming with the reading today from David Komalafi. She usually reads this book with me. She's 11. I usually read this book. And what I do is like to provide a little bit of mindset, motivation, and information for you to continuously be looking at your mindset and what role it may be playing in your weight loss and wellness journey. Okay. So without further ado, we are going to give people a few minutes to, see us live. And it says we're notifying folks. So we have some regular people that actually tap in the evening and join us. So we want to make sure that we give them an opportunity to join us. So while I'm thinking about it, because I did tell the ladies I would try to remind them when I went last. So here we go. Okay, and I just wanted to send them something to let them know that we are live. Hello, Isha. How are you? Hi, Real Nay. How are you? Hi, Danita. Good to see you. Welcome in, Internet. How are you? Hi, Real Nay. Okay, so as I was saying, I was Coach Kenya. Thank you, Kenya. Good evening. Hey, Kenya. I just dropped the thing in the hi Sugar Mama in the chat, letting you guys know that I was live. Hey, Tommy. How are you, Tommy? Is it Tammy Sue or Tommy Sue? Tommy Sue or Tammy Sue? Queen, welcome in the building. Kenya, good afternoon, you guys. Good evening. It's self-care Saturday night, and y'all know we're gonna have a good reading. Because it seems like every week on Saturdays, Melly Beatty be trying to bring it to us with the boom boom. I was able to get to relax today with the family, to hang out. Me and my niece, we went and got our nails done to rest. So we did that. We worked really, really hard to kind of do some spring stuff around the house this week. So my body was just really feeling it. So I was live earlier when we got our gift box from the beautiful Miss TR out of Florida. So if you're a member of the tribe, you know TR is one of our moderators. Look at this beautiful journal. Look at that. Look at that. It's not paperback. Look, you guys. And a hardback. Joni McLeod, welcome in. A hardback. Custom made. It is absolutely beautiful. So if you are a newly enrolled member and you just purchased within the last 24 hours, so congratulations to the young lady who just purchased the 5-week program. You will be getting this gifted to you with a little message on the inside toward your journey. So I'm so excited to those of you who are tapping in brand new. We want to honor you. They just came in. I asked her what she wanted me to do with these beautiful journals, and she said bless people. So I'm going to do just that. They are phenomenal. You know, I am so grateful that what I do, to me, it's small. But when things like this happen and someone pours love like this into me and my community, this tells me that what I'm doing is maybe medium. And so I just want to thank all of you who've trusted me with your weight loss and wellness, who've trusted me with your healing, your stories, your children, who your husbands have befriended me and my family. And I'm just grateful. Like, I'm grateful. I can almost go to any state and have a client. I'm almost there. I believe that by the end of 2025, I'm gonna only have a client in all 51 states, but I have clients all over the world and all 51 states, because I truly believe what I do allows a person who is seeking real health and wellness to connect into their mindset and understand that what we are feeling on the inside, it's okay if we say it out loud, that there's people that can relate to us even when we think they can't, and that it is okay to not be okay. So many of us have never been permission to just not be okay. And one of the things I try to do here with the Fear Not 365-day reading is to offer you nutrition, fitness, and wellness, but motivation related to your mindset and how you can complete those two things when your mindset is here. So welcome in if you're new. Again, I'm Coach Kenya. I used to weigh 592 pounds. I do not. As you can see, I've lost 479 pounds, and I've been able to sustain that weight loss for several years. I go between about 120 and 140, and my solid weight right now is about 159. And so I'm grateful for that. I seem to not have as many medical flare-ups when I'm in the 159. My bones aren't as brittle. I don't feel as tired or achy due to my chronic condition that I live with. And so I'm happy to say that I'm a person who sustains. I still have all those medical problems, but they're not problems. I live with them. I believe in well care and not sick care. And so I pursue a more natural pathway of living. So I'm a girl that's about vitamins. I'm about minerals. I'm about nutritional cleansing. I'm about a good protein shake. I'm about those things. But I can tell you that 10 years ago, I would never even blink my eye at those things, because I didn't think those things were for brown people. Okay. So if you know my story, you know that I ended up in hospice on my deathbed due to food and a medical condition. And all of it was stemmed from lack of knowledge. You shall perish. And I almost perished. I'm losing my life almost 9 times and being resuscitated due to chronic medical health conditions and my eating habits. Today, I can accept responsibility for the damage that I caused my body and the problems that I caused others because of my food and eating addiction. You know, when we mistreat our bodies, it causes our medical conditions to go crazy. So, and thus, even though we have a medical condition, we are responsible for the way we live with it. So I extend in full responsibility for my own. So, what we're going to be doing, I'm not selling you anything. Relax. Just come in, sit down, tap the like button. Let's get the likes to 1,000. And me and my niece and I would like to share with you 2 things that I've been doing for years to grow my mental health and mindset. You see how raggedy these are? That's how much power in these, just doing these 2 simple things. We've had over, I think now 100 women have purchased these very books, and they too read along with us every single day. And they journal in their journal, and they're dropping weight. All weekend long, I've got messages. I lost 3 pounds. I lost 13 pounds. I lost 22 pounds. I lost 11 pounds. I lost 8 pounds. All weekend long. And it's only Saturday. I've been getting good messages since Thursday nights. And you don't see me having my people walk around in plastic and run up and down the road. But you will see them working on their mindset, their mental health, and their inside. Because I don't care how skinny you are, depression is depression. Depression does not care about your waistline, and neither does anxiety. That's why you have to address the reason why those happen, and many of us emotionally eat because of it. So if we don't get to the root isn't what you're eating, the root is why you're eating it. And if you don't never sit down long enough to figure out why you're eating, you're so focused on a waistline, you'll lose sight of what's relevant in your journey. And what might be relevant is you might have some anxiousness and a disconnect between why you eat food and when you eat it. So you train and groom yourself to consume at certain times to satisfy that emotional incompletion that you may be experiencing. Hey, TR, thank you so much for jumping in. Welcome in, TR. Welcome in, my baby. I was just talking about you. So you end up kind of in this kind of it's almost like a battle that you've already lost before you start winning. Hey, Miss Shay, how are you? And so we try to change that. God's miracle, welcome in. So we want to change that, and we change it up here. Remember, one of the things you always hear about people who go from poverty, they talk about their mindset, and you think you can't do what they done, and the only difference is the way they think. So when you hear millionaires tell you that I changed the way I think, and you think it wasn't that easy, for a lot of people, they're already naturally smart, talented, and got a lot of good things going for them. And the only reason why they always only almost get there is the mindset. I've learned that. I begin to advance in areas of my growth, my personal growth, my physical growth, my relationship growth, my business growth. And it's because I chose to elevate the way I thought about a couple of things that I have to do for my business. I looked at them as barriers. And then when I start looking at them as something that was a part of me and a part of the process, it stopped being hard to do. I've noticed that when I reject something that is good for me, it's because I'm afraid of the outcome, another form of fear. I don't want to be in fear, Camry. Use a 5, 8, and 9, 8. I don't want to be in fear. Joni, I don't want to live in fear. Fear is what allowed me to eat my way to 592 pounds. I want to exist in a space that feels great. I want to show up because I want to show up. I don't want to show up because I'm being dragged, drugged, and kicked to get there. I've already lived that life. I want a little freedom now, and I want to feel something a little bit better. You know, I want to wake up and look around and have a smile on my face. Not because somebody did something to me, but because I recognize the gift and what I've been given. And I hope you get that tonight in our reading. So, are we ready to go? Tap up the like button. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Amy, 107. Oh, you guys, check this out. This kid comes downstairs. This kid is a genius. You know, Amy's my sidekick, right? So my niece is 11. So we went to Sky Zone today. We've done so much today. I don't know. I can't even think of it all. But never I digress. Check this out. She's behind me, finger crocheting a blanket. Is that what these kids are? They're coming out of the womb doing these things? Look, it's a queen. It's a queen size blanket. Oh. I mean, I can't. Hakina, queen, queen. See, I just realized earlier she was singing, right? They listen to musicals all the time. There's a lot of singing here. It's always musicals, never street music, never hip hop. Yeah, they think the finger crochet, that's fun to do. Yes, she says she loves it. And she was behind me and she was listening to watching her musicals, right? Hi, Eddie. Kenya, welcome back. And she. No, that is Brother's name, Eddie. Really? Do you mind sharing the books again? Yes, 184th. Let's get it. Here, Amy, they're ready for us. I was trying to let you finish that row, so I didn't want you to leave it undone. Okay. Okay, so but come up here there, and she was actually talking to you. Oh. Yep, good music. So look, I'm sitting here, and she was singing her singing, and she was singing. It was like a musical, and I thought these kids sang all day and night, and it's either church music, gospel, Ghanaian gospel, Christian music, or musical music. No outside music. No, none. None. And and don't think I listen to it. Not like nothing crazy. Now I listen to like Afrobeats is what I'm saying. And and I just realized sometimes I get frustrated because it's always musicals in my ear. But I realize I would much rather her be singing that than the other stuff.
Like drop it down.
Yeah. What did you just say?
It said like drop it down.
You know what that song is? How you?
No, I just made that up.
Oh, yeah, Drop It Down Low is a song.
Oh.
Yeah. You know how I know she don't really know? She just be hearing stuff. Look, we was walking and she was hollering. I mean, in the middle of the house, in the middle of the garage. She didn't know what it meant. She was literally like, the freaks come out at night. The freaks come. And I said, hey, what you know about a freak coming out? She said, the freaks, like the monsters, they come out at night, Miss Kenya. I said, that's not what that song means, baby. So what's happened is she's heard the song in a movie that was about monsters. But y'all know that's not that what that. Y'all know that's not that what's that. Y'all, Gigi, what that song mean? Just send me the eyeballs if you know what this song meant when it came out. Send me the eyeballs, and then we're gonna get into the read. Okay, the books. The first book, 184th, is gonna be 365 Days by David Komalafi, guys. 365 Days by David Komalafi. Fear Not. 365 Days of Fear Not by David Komalafi. So Niece goes, and y'all should seen her little innocent face because she was like doing a kid move to it. Wasn't nothing inappropriate. And that's how I know she didn't know. So I said, listen, baby, it has a weird meaning to that word when the song was actually made. Once I told her, she was good. Okay.
But I made a Christian version.
So then she made a Christian version, which is what she usually does. So trust me, I don't know what Mary Jane meant for a long. Nope, me either. Until somebody told me 184 said. Because the way she was saying it, you knew she didn't really know. And so she seen something else, and they were calling the girls by some phrase. And I said, Love Bug, that name came from a show. The show represents something not good. Well, she ain't never seen the show. She don't know what the show is. They don't got no reality TV. They don't even got real TV in this house. They got like apps streaming things. So she didn't really know. So I said, baby, that's not what you think it is. So once you tell her, she understands, oh, that means something different. But she really honestly didn't know. Like you could see her little face. She was just as innocent with like, I think she was like either trying to do the hammerman or she was like doing something like this. I don't remember what she was doing. Like it was like a TikTok move to the song, but it was so innocent. And I said, oh, but that's not what that means. She was like, oh, I didn't know. Miss Kay, I didn't know. Okay. Oh, okay, she's almost done. But I'm glad to know that. And then the other book, you guys, now, this book right here, you may not understand the concept of why I tell you to get this book, but I'm telling you to go get this book, and this is why. This book right here, you guys, this book right here, hey, I.R.I.S.E, promise, this book right here is by a powerful author, Melanie Beattie, okay? Melanie Beattie is actually the author of one of the number one codependency books called Codependency No More. The problem with codependency is most people are scared of that word. It freaks you out. But what I want you to know about the word codependency no more is it educates you on if you yourself are struggling with codependent behaviors and thinking patterns. Many of the reasons why we can continue to yo-yo back and forth with food is because we have some form of codependency on food. Look at us going down the road of self-discovery here at 10:52 on a Saturday night, okay? So what I want you to know is this is a daily affirmation book called Journey to the Heart. And what Melanie has done is every day of the year, she's given you a form of reflection to look at the reasons why we don't look back without looking back with a willingness to heal. And so I've been reading this book. I believe it's dated. Did I date this? This came from my mentor, Barbara Day Price in Isogenics. No. This came long before that one. Barbara Day Price has been my mentor since 2016. So she sent me this book. And she said it helped her and it will help me, and it has helped me. And I don't know if she knows, but it saved my life. This book, because of the power of the readings that's in it. And I read it consistently. So what we decided to do at the end of the year in 2024 was we began reading these books every day as a group. And the power and the growth that is mentally come from the healing is unsurmountable. So join us tonight in tonight's 107th day of reading these two books. You're up, Ames.
107. It is written, "You shall not be afraid of them, but you shall remember well that the Lord, your God, did to Pharaoh and all of Egypt." Principle. Memory of the past exploits strengthens you against fear. Prayer. I testify of God's greatness against my fear. In Jesus' name. Prayer 2. I recall my past victories to overcome my present challenges. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. So, if you are just coming in, you don't really know the Bible, etc., etc. In theology class, we were recently learning about Pharaoh and stuff. And it says in the memory verse, it says, "You shall not be afraid of them, but you shall remember well that what the Lord your God did to Pharaoh and to all of Egypt." Now, if you watch Prince of Egypt, you may know. But pretty much what he's saying is what he did to Pharaoh was horrible. 10 plagues, killed his son, everything, guys. So you shouldn't, and I think you shouldn't be scared of stuff, but you should fear the Lord your God. And when I first heard that, I didn't really understand, because shouldn't we not be scared of God? But you should fear him, and you shouldn't be like, "Oh, hey yo, God." Yeah. Okay. Principle. The principle. Um. So memories. I guess memories from things that help you not be scared. Say if I was watching a horror movie and I'd be like, "Oh, I remember that time when me and my friend went to the swings and played on the playground." That would help you strengthen against fear, because you would forget about the monsters and stuff and move forward and think about the past of the good times. But then also that could also backfire, because you could also think about bad times and be more scared.
Mm-hmm.
But the prayer, you're really just asking God to make you stronger and make you not fear. And because prayer too kind of ties in with the principle, because it's I recall my past victories to overcome my present challenges. When when Jesus was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, the devil tried to tempt him, but he by using scriptures, and you got to use scriptures back against him, and won the battle. Okay, I'm done.
Well, thank you for your interpretation and reading this
No, I don't know
evening.
what to do, because I don't even
What
know
do you
how
mean? You don't even know how to start it?
Yeah.
You want me to see if one of the girls can explain it?
Okay.
Do you
I have to make
just thank you, Queen. Queen, you got roses.
Thank you
So Miss
for the
Queen,
rose.
Miss Queen said it's too adult. It's too adult for her. Hold on, wait a minute. I missed something.
What's too adult for you?
Truly, it's too. The music or the reading? I think she was talking about the music. No, I think she's talking about the music. Yep. She's talking about the music. That song that I told you you can't be singing. Yeah, Queen. I immediately what you meant. We in agreement, Queen. You know we think alike when it comes to the kids. Yeah, and she knew she was like Auntie. That don't mean she was, because sometimes they call me Auntie Kenya, because when the other King is not here, Mommy wants them to call me Auntie Kenya for respect. But it's confusing. So I said, let them call me, because we have two Kenyas in the family. So I said it's okay. But my sister was like, it's okay. We'll figure out. Maybe we'll just have them make you go by your Christian name. My Christian name is Yah. So they'll Auntie.
Well, what's mine?
My Christian name is Yah.
What's mine?
What's the day you're born? You're born on Tuesday. Abna. Yeah, Abna. I'm Yah. Mommy's Okuba. So she said maybe that's so yeah. Okay, so look. She didn't even know, but she was so serious when she said. She was like, because if you know Amy and Queen, you've been around her enough by now on the lives and stuff. Amy be ready to correct me, right? She probably researching stuff to correct her auntie. So as soon as I said it, she go, no, it's not. I was like, we're not gonna worry about why, because then my mind wants to educate her, right? Like, no, that song came out in this year and by this person because they was doing this, and then I had to catch myself and think, if she don't know, I'm not gonna tell her through trying to educate her. Don't worry about it. Don't sing the song. And in about 15 years, it'll come back up and you can go figure out what it means.
Jesus comes out at night.
Yeah. And so now she changed it. Jesus comes out at night.
No. Jesus comes out at night. Jesus comes out at night. Jesus comes out and fights the devils. Jesus comes out at night. I tried.
That's nice. That's all right. Hi, Baja Queen. How are you? Hi, Earth Day 65. How are you? Okay, it's my turn to read. And so next up, I usually read this one. Are you guys ready? Let's tap in. Let's tap in. So we are on March 22nd. We did March 21st yesterday. This book has gotten, but it's getting better and better. Last night reading was really good. We let the girls do the reading last night, which they love to do both readings. And I also like to let them give the interpretation. I'm really big on pouring love and power and self-growth into young ladies. I think that we have to take more time to teach them better, right? If we want them to have a little bit of us and a little bit of them, then we have to show them a little bit of us. We can't expect them to think and act like us in ways when we've never shown them. If I want her to have self-esteem, I need to teach her the things that keep the negative thoughts small and the positive thoughts big. If I want my niece to believe she's all the things, then I have to teach her to do the things that help your mind believe you're all the things. If you were sitting at my desk, you would see that it's covered with affirmations. I'm at my sister's home. This is not my home. But what did I tell you about my journey? My journey doesn't go on vacation. My journey don't go on vacation. It's my lifestyle. I'm not going on vacation for my lifestyle. I'm not going to do it. I don't do that. Why? Because that's how you end up stuck up. No. And I mean stuck up. No. You stay consistent by living your lifestyle consistently. I'm not taking no vacation from being healthy. What? I'm gonna eat a cookie if I want to cook it. I eat a cookie any day I want. Tell me to wait till I'm on a vacation to overeat. If I want to overeat, I'm gonna overeat. But I choose not to because I don't deprive myself, so I don't have to overeat. That is what I want to show you. When your mind is in the game, your body shall follow. We complicate weight loss because we want to live these Dr. Heckle and Giant lifestyles. We want to drink, smoke, turn up, eat whole pieces, whole bag of tater chips through our depression and anxiety, and then get on the scale on Monday and ask ourselves why we ain't losing weight. Well, maybe ask your behavior. And then if we got an autoimmune disease, we want to blame it on everything but ourselves. And our PCOS and our thyroid did not get out of our bodies and go to the club and drink all them shots and that bought a whole bottle of wine at dinner, eat all them appetizers, and then you gonna get on the scale. Why would you do all of that all weekend and then get on the scale anyway? It don't even make sense. What did you think you gonna get out of the scale after doing all that cray to your poor body? Our bodies know what we're doing, so it has to respond. So if you go stay up all night, eat crazy, throw your schedule and routine off, you know your body needs some time to rejuvenate, right? You know, you need to drink some water for a couple of days, do your intake, get your fluid in, get all that salt and stuff out, get those toxins flushed, do a detox, and then wait. But some of y'all go out, do all that, and then Monday y'all get on the scale because y'all went to church on Sunday. What did y'all think? Jesus set y'all free from all the inflammation and toxins you dumped in your body on Saturday? I mean, I'm just asking for a friend. I don't know. I used to do it. So when you find out, can you tell me? Because I used to do it. See, I'm not throwing shade. I'm telling you what I used to do. Is how I know how it works. So if you find out if like Jesus was healing us on Sunday, is that what was happening? Can you let me know? Because I was throwing them shots back. So if he was like from Saturday to Sunday, I mean, can you tell me what he was doing? Because I would then get on the scale on Monday and be discouraged. So if you figure out what he like, if it's something into it, like if Saturday can be like a scale reset in the name of Jesus too, so that when I look down, I can actually see something different Monday morning. But if you know something I don't know, if you can email me, text me, my number's on my thing up there. Shaq, grandmother, my nail tech is Kay. I need you so bad. Kay, I have horror stories. Kay, I have horror stories. I need you. I need you here. You're gonna have to fly. You have to come. I can't do it. I have to either have to come home or you have to come to New Jersey. It's so bad. My sister said you have to fly her out because, didn't she? She said you have to bring your girl here. I was like, well, we need to have an event so she can really, get some coins when she comes, so it can be worth a trip. Jesse, all my ladies is in the building. Family on keto, welcome in, Mama. Nana Sweat, welcome in. Okay, here we go. Second reading. Wait, what state are you in? I'm in New Jersey, baby. I'm in the city of Lawrenceville.
He said, let me check
Okay. 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 Yeah. it would be me, my sister, probably manicure for the girls, and I could probably have a couple other ladies stop through. What part? Lawrence Township, Princeton, Princeton,
Yeah,
Princeton.
you were right the first time.
I miss you. I miss you so much. You guys, I'm sorry that I'm telling my nail tech she needs to get to New Jersey. They gave me fungus, K. K, how long have you done my nails? I've never got fungus. Never. I told the lady my nail was lifting. She ignored me and put a filling over the nails. After 3 days, I was like, you know what? Kay would never do that. I know how to do nails. I know how to do nails. I took the nail off after a week and it was starting to turn. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Like, trust your intuition about nail shops. When you, like, I'm used to a certain level of care. And when you go somewhere and they don't have that, just don't stay. I did got my nails done on live, and I thought it was all good. And the reason why I didn't go back and argue or none of that, because I'm not that type of business person. I know that when I came to Arizona, I didn't have any nails on, which means my nails were healthy and they had not had nails on them for 4.5 weeks. Okay. For me to go in there, I felt weird because of the way they were moving. It doesn't matter why, because that's not my point. Some people like that type of level, and that's fine. But for me, I have gotten comfortable with having a beautiful woman who sterilizes everything. You live in New Jersey? We gotta have a meet and greet. Okay, so where's okay? So Princeton. We actually are about 10 minutes from Princeton University. So the stuff we go to says it's in Princeton. Yeah, I got here in January. I'll be here till June. I live on this side of the country this time of the year. Well, it's actually usually summer. I usually come in summer after Casey comes back, and I usually stay till like September or November. But we switched it. Well, you know what that means. We're about to meet in person. Y'all get ready for the schedule live. We about to go out. We about to turn it up. Jazzy lives for you guys. I'm so excited. I can't stop smiling. You guys, I watch her do makeup. She watches me. We listen. It's genuine. It's real. Anytime someone from TikTok lives by me, I go to them. My clients that I met on TikTok, if I'm in their state, I go to they I go. I'm like, oh, you should meet me. And we meet. Yeah, I meet. I have one in New York I want to meet when she comes back. She was traveling. And then I have two in Virginia, one in Maryland. Like, they're all right here. So we're gonna do a meet and greet. So we're doing it's after right after Easter. There will be a meet and greet, guys. There will be a meet and greet right after. It's gonna be limited because I want to offer some intimate. So we're only gonna open it to 50 women. It's gonna be a 6 hour event, so we'll have lunch. We'll do two workshops. You'll actually be with me, get to answer questions. I'm gonna bring in two specialists, so as of course, and you'll get some newly released things that haven't been released to the actual public yet. So I'm excited. Yes, my daughter's on spring break that week. Really, that's gonna be so perfect. Okay, Jazz, we might have you in the building doing makeup for the ladies. So I do plan on having a few special guests and someone come in and talk about finances, get your coins together, someone to come in and talk about feminine care, yoni steams and taking care of your body and your health and wellness. And so if possible, maybe I'll have my nail tech in the building and she can be doing some nail designs or something outside. So I'm hoping to bring in my team and to kind of just show you guys some of my team and their work and how amazing they are and why they rock with me. Okay, March 22nd. It says, don't be controlled by love. Using love to control and manipulate is heartbreaking. It can break the heart of the person doing it. It can break the heart of the person it's being done to. So often, controlling through love is done almost unconsciously. It's a dance people do out of habit to get their needs met. Their reasons don't matter. Although it's easier to have compassion for those who control unknowingly than those who use the power of love maliciously and viciously. What matters is how you respond if it's been done to you. What matters is that you don't do it to other people. Open your heart and see the truth. See yourself, set yourself free. If someone is controlling you by using your love for them, or your need to be loved, acknowledge it. If you're doing it to someone else, acknowledge that too. Once you see the truth, you can set yourself free. So much of what we need to do to free our hearts and souls is simply to acknowledge the truth. The rest will happen naturally. Let love has no price. It's only love if it's free. Sometimes there's nothing for me to speak on. Sometimes the reading is so powerful. It said, "Don't be controlled by love. Love has no price. It's only free if it's only love if it's free." I'm just can one of my mods type that in the chat? That's deep. Love has no price. It's only love if it's free. Reason why I wanted to write that again, we need to hear that. You know why we need to hear that? Because sometimes we are controlling people with our love for them and we don't even know it. Yeah, and we don't even know it. And as I sit here and think about it, I can't say that I've done it, but I can say that I've known that people were doing it to me, but I didn't, because I thought it had to be like that. I thought that that's how it worked. Um, because I come from being the outsider, and so hello, Leonie. Sometimes I yearn for love, and so I would put myself in places seeking to be loved, where so the person's love and care for me would be through like bullying and domination. But because I was being loved, I was okay with that. So because their need was being met by, their habits, and my need was being met by my habits. So I'm not guilty. They're not guilty. It was a survival skill for each person. So it doesn't make either person fully wrong, but both people at fault for being in their moral defects. Because the truth is that we're all sick. We're all sick with something, with a behavior or a habit. None of us are free from those. We just think we are, right? Mona, welcome in. We just think we are. And so what we have to be real, love is blind, right? And the problem I think it is when we try to give love eyes. I think the biggest problem we make in our country is that we want love to see. And I think if love is all the things that many of us believe in forms of religious worship, I mean, praise and worship things, we worship and praise in our relationships. I think that when we try to make it be visual, it's when things can become harder. I think that when we put eyes on love, it makes pain more painful. It makes expectations harder to meet, because what I mean by that is sometimes we have an expectation of those people that we love and those that love us, but we haven't told those people those expectations, so they continue to miss them. So that love that we had that was once normal is now kind of filled with these deficits, and so it's difficult to see love through the same eyes. So instead of saying, you know what, people are hurting, people have their own stuff. If this book hurt me, then I'm not reading no more books ever. If that relationship doesn't work, then I'm never doing that ever. If those kids don't listen, then they can never do that again ever. We begin to have this gauntlet mentality, like, well, if it doesn't work the way I think it should work, and they don't do it the way I think it should do it, then it doesn't work at all. And that begins to pour over in every of our life. So we give this type of vision to what love is supposed to look like in our minds, but that's based on our experience that are jacked up. Let me read the comments, guys. It says believing it's love can control us, yet we fear that it is the only chance of getting the love. Yes, that is so true. We fear that that's the only chance of getting the love, so we accept the love. And think about it. When I feel most rejected, my previous behavior was to eat. If I feel rejected today, I look at what's going on with me, because sometimes that feeling of rejection is coming from my internally, not externally. Right. And so I put my feeling that was already internally dwelling around in my mind and body on a comment that came from someone else. So first I got to pull back and say, oh, that's from this. And then I have to say, I've misinterpreted. And then I'll know somebody was really coming for me, because when I take away my emotion that I attach to it, I'll be like, oh, regardless of what I think, she was coming for me. And or other times I go, she don't even know what she said. Let me chill out. Right. And the reason why I say she don't even know what she said, because she doesn't know that that particular statement may be a trigger for me. Are you following me? Hey, Ladybug 77, are y'all with me? Are you with me on the train? We on the bus? Are we on the train we get on today? And so those are our readings for today. Thank you guys so much for 2,000 likes. I appreciate you. So those are our two readings. So we came in with Melanie, and then we came in with Pastor Como. We because what okay, here's where I'm at with and now all my ladies in a relationship, or all my ladies coming out of a relationship and pray for another relationship, or anybody wanting to enhance the relationship. Here's my curiosity about love. And maybe this is not about love, maybe this is about behavior, because I'm always thinking about behavior, because I'm always wondering. Okay, comment. Sometimes when we see true love, it's hard to accept because we're afraid to receive it. Yes, because how can somebody really love me like that if the love before that was wrong? And that's where my questions about to come in. TR, we on the same way. But you know what, TR, that's what we always be doing. So what I was about to ask you guys was, how does a person not take their previous experiences into the new relationship if the person has similarities? How do we not keep our guard up? Is it faith? Is it trusting God? Are we not fully healed yet? Or do we attract the same thing and don't know it? Are we putting out the same rays even though we think we're not? Or did we see it, and because we wanted to be over the one before, we rather jump into something to get over to something? Are you much too deep, too much, too far, too fast? Okay, I'm gonna slow back, pull back, pull back. Too deep, too far, too fast. I know I do that. Too deep, too far, too fast. But it is Saturday night self care. Y'all know we go a little deep on Saturday night. Too deep, too far, too fast. All I'm saying is, look. So then, what ends up happening if you have a mentality like mine? Every time there's an issue or a problem in that partnership or love ship, then for me, because I've been eating to feel better for years, it causes me to munch and snack. Anybody follow me? Here we go. It says you need to take more time to self reflect on yourself. Okay, Alamy, a new. Thank you for your comment. I appreciate you. I think it helps the algorithm, and you do too. So maybe we both should, and we could do it together. So when you do it, come back here and let me know that you've done it, and I'll tell you what I think about it. Thank you for sharing. And the next comment says, that's my question. It scares me because it appears to be the same, so I walk alone right now. Queen, I totally get that. So it makes you think like, how do I avoid? Oh, and the Alami, the other thing, I do self-reflection daily. Actually, that's what this actually is. We're doing it right now. You and I are doing it together. I've been doing it for 100 and straight days. I actually have over 1,000 journals. I journal daily. That's what I'm known for in 14 countries with over the 14,000 people that I've inspired. So not only do I think they'll tell you that I self-reflect often, they'll also tell you that I encourage you to do the same. Why would you not want to self-reflect? Isn't that what life is about? So yeah, you definitely should self-reflect too. And see me, you're new here and don't know me. Don't you think that was a little bit judgmental instead of you just coming in and saying hello? But however you want to introduce yourself, you're welcome here. We don't judge nobody. Welcome to the platform. You must be new here. Glad to have you. After losing 479 pounds naturally, I clearly have to self-reflect, baby, because that's like the highest level of mental elevation, boo. Right? All natural, boo. So I'm thinking it takes a lot of self-reflection. So thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Kathy, welcome in. So I think one of the things for me, in particular, Queen, is I try not to look at the person before for the same things for the in the person now. And this is just in everyday relationships. Even when I'm working with my clients, I never treat my client that I'm in the space of right now like the client before that was in the chair, right? What I mean by that is, say if both of my clients are struggling with the eating disorder, I don't treat them with the same technique, right? Because just because they have the same thing that's and that makes it a commonality doesn't mean the same method or process will be effective. That's the same thing with love and relationships. Just because we like somebody doesn't mean the same way we've pursued every person that we want to pursue in a relationship, in a businessship, in a friendship is the best method for building a trust and care in that relationship, especially if we've been hurt in using those previous methods before. Does that make sense? Are you with me? Are you with me? You with me? Hi, Black Fox. It's good to see you. With me? Okay. More to the story is I've always asked that question because I'm a big person that's like, I don't want to I don't want to treat you rude. Okay, I'll give you a perfect scenario. Um, I'll give you a good scenario. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, most of the time, like, um, okay, here's a good one. The young lady that just came in my life. She doesn't know me. I don't know her. I think her comment was originally meant to be rude. Because what happened is TikTok blocked it and it just sent me a message saying me that the comment was blocked because they perceived it as rude. I didn't perceive it as rude, right? I perceived her comment. She was asking me a question. But if everything I read, because so many people get rude comments, they think even a comment is they're not that's not a compliment. They'll perceive it as an attack. I don't perceive it as that. It to her, she said, I need to self reflect. But that's because maybe they don't know my journey. Okay. I've been teaching on mindset motivation. I'm actually a retired licensed professional in this area. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I could probably educate her. I usually have more degrees than most of the people in the room with me, but they look at me and make assumptions. I don't have to explain to myself to nobody. So that's why I always tell people when you become Googleable, because I'm Googleable. When you become Googleable, then you can sit at the table. I sit at the table with people that are Googleable before me. So it's all about who's at your how you think. I didn't take it as in, oh, she's attacking me, even though it was blocked out like she was. That goes to show you that the algorithm itself can't even choose. So what I always tell people is I could take that and say, oh, this app, that and this. I didn't perceive it like that because my mentality is if that's in the mentality of that I have to be on guard, but I don't have a reason to be on guard. So I'll say to anybody, some people say, oh, they'll come in the live and they'll say something. And I say, it's okay if you feel that way. You have that right. Like it's just, you have that right. And I'll say to you, I already do that anyway. So thank you for reminding me. I hope you do it too, right? Sometimes we have to, as my sister sometimes sister because our other sister was talking to my sister about me and giving me a bunch of compliments, right? And I said, sister, I don't think people either believe my story or they think it's made up because it's so powerful. And I always respond with this comment: if when you've died, oh, I didn't think, no, I wasn't meaning like that. I didn't take it like that either. And that's why I responded. I self reflect, and I hope you do too, because it's important. But this is what I say: I've actually been resuscitated 9 times. I don't have some story about no light. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, I saw God and he gave me a message to deliver to earth. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to blow smoke up your butt, okay? What I'm going to tell you is those experiences after coming back through recovery, through the rehab that is required for the heart rehabilitation, lung rehabilitation. You need those things when your body's been like wrecked like that. My lungs, my ribs were cracked a couple of times, so it was like trauma. Not specifically me, Coach. Thank you so much, Alamia. Can you tell me, make sure I'm saying your name right as well? And so, because of those experiences, I'm real humbled, y'all. Because let me tell you something. When you have, I'll tell you this. It's kind of graphic. When you laid in your own urine and poop for hours in your own vomit and blood and couldn't get yourself out of it because you were so sick and they were trying to save your life, but because your mind is still there, it does something. So you don't live. The hard work made you strong. Yes. So you no longer think everything is at you no more. Right? You look at everything as if as differently. You think, yeah, I do that because I hope that other people do it too. Or I think in my mind, all the pain that I personally felt, I never want nobody to do what I felt. I'm talking about from all the abuse, the trauma, and the medical pain. I don't want that for nobody. I don't want it for my worst enemy. The things that I've endured, I never hope no one on their weight loss journey gets where I was. Never. I never hope a person has to eat themselves into death to feel validated and loved. I never want a person to know that the last thing they'll be remembered for is being fat or big, because that was my story. And even though my story wasn't over yet, I was willing to die. I don't want that for people. And it was because I had so much unresolved pain inside of me that I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know I didn't know what else to do. So the way I look at life is like this big opportunity to look at it in a different set of eyes. If something happens with the kids, you know what I do? I give them examples. Because a lot of times in life when we're living, we don't recognize that the way that things are happening is for us. But it's about the way that we choose to look at it. If we look at things as curiosity, then we can always say, well, if you do it, I'm doing it. You do it too. I'm doing it. You do it. Right? If the girls are doing something, I say, Ishra, you can do your own. She's doing hers, you do it too. Why would you think you could do it your own way? And then we looking at me, we're like, what? I'm like, well, if you do it, she can do it. Example, Amy, my other niece is always over here. So they have their own rooms. The littlest one is still kind of in her selfish mode. So she doesn't understand the concept of sharing. Because when she's over here, she uses all of Amy's stuff because it's Amy's room, Amy's house, Amy's bed, it's Amy's stuff. When Amy goes over Inshura, she blocks Amy from using her stuff, eating certain things, whatever, because it's Inshura's house. Right? Am I telling the story right, niece? Right? So what I told the girls, they were bickering. She was like, she always eats all my stuff in my house. I said, but Inshura, you eat stuff at her house up that's actually purchased for her in this house. So if hi Sophia, so if you don't want her to come to your house and eat stuff, but you come to her house and eat stuff, how does that work? Because what you're telling me is when she comes to your house, she can't do these things. But when you're at her house, you want to do those things. You can't be upset with her if she tells you no at her house because you tell her no at your house. And she didn't get it. She actually didn't understand that Amy can tell her no because she tells her no. Do you understand the story, what I just said? If I tell TR no when TR comes to visit me, and then I go to TR's house and expect to do the same thing I told TR not to do at my house, I can't. Where do they do that at? So I said, well, if she can't eat food at your house, why are you eating food at her house? And she just looked at me. She literally looked at me like she had no idea what I meant. I said, you just said that Amy can't eat all the food at your any like it was some grapes, and Amy ate the rest of the grapes. So I said, "You're telling
she never eats.
She doesn't eat grapes. That's the key here." I said, "So you're telling me that Amy can't eat food at your house if it's the end of the food, but you can come over here and eat the end of anything up in this house?" And she just looked at me. She didn't understand that the way she treats Amy, Amy can be as rude and treat her the same way. She didn't get the concept of that. So as I began to explain it to her, I realized that that's not just children that think like that. That's in adults too. We don't understand that the same energy that we give out, we can't be upset if we get that same energy back. If we choose a certain pathway, we cannot be upset if we get that same energy. And that's really what living is. It's a bunch of exchange of energies and information crossing pathways consistently at all times, at all hours, nonstop. It's like a running freeway of emotional exchanges with information and feelings being involved. And if we're not careful, those will become intertwined with the past ones and the present ones that haven't even happened yet. That's why people always talk about, are you living in your present life? Are you being your current self? Are you showing up? That's what all those things mean. That is exactly what all those things mean. Because when we disrupt the exchange of energy, that's how this diabolical connection to things that are irrelevant for living get even into our spaces. That's how we end up caught up in situations that we would never be in. What do you think that is? If you're in the middle of something that you would never ever associate with, what do you think that is? You lowered your energy level of functioning at one point in communication in order for that to happen because it's outside of your normal thinking pattern. Okay, that's too deep. I won't even do it tonight. Y'all know I'm a behaviorist and I study brain functions, blah, 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 blah. If you guys saw some of my laptops and the articles and stuff I sit around and read, you think I was a true nut. More to the story is this. Nothing is wrong with being open-minded and thinking that everything ain't about you. I get that. Yep. But also everything ain't about the thing that it's about. Someone told me they had a dream that someone was having sex with someone else in the dream. And she said to me, do you think he's cheating? And I immediately said, that's actually not what that dream means. It has a different meaning. Thank you for understanding. I definitely appreciate her journey. Oh, Alami, thank you for staying. Thank you for rocking. Thank you. Because my moderators will correct me. I work with people that don't have a problem correcting me, and I don't have a problem being corrected. And I don't. That's me. I'm going to ask you the same question you asked me. Like one day, the guy was like, do you, somebody asked me, do you still overeat? I haven't overate, but sometimes I think about it. Because if I sit and say, no, I don't have that problem no more, I'm this, I'm that, that's not true. Like I sometimes I'm like really struggling because I have a food addiction. So that's why I don't show up on the platform like I'm cured. I'm on a journey. I'm living my lifestyle. That's why I tell y'all that. You never hear me say I can't wait to get there because where's there? I'm not gonna wake up one day and not have an issue around food. I live with it for 35 years. I've been in food addiction, addicted to food for 35 years. I understand that I have to keep it under control. There's no there for this. There's no there. Like I'm maintaining this weight all of these years because I maintain my mind, not the other way around. I literally meditate consistently. I have my own meditation program that I created 9 years ago. I don't just talk about this thing up here. This thing is sick if I don't play. Y'all do know I can still eat like that, right? They didn't cut out my mouth. I didn't get my stomach smaller. It's a regular stomach in there. Y'all know I can still eat all them calories in one sitting, right? If I don't control my, yeah, I, I will come to your house and I will cook up all it. First, I cook it all up because I can cook. So I'll first cook it all. Yeah, I will first cook, unthaw all the food, cook it, season it all up, cook all of it, and then I'm gonna slowly eat all of it. That's what it looks like for me. So when I tell you I'm the real deal, I use all the rent money. I'm spending all the car payments. When I was in hospice, my oldest sister 1 month, she said, make sure you budget in your $3,000 for snacks you buy every month. Because I was sending them to the store to buy snacks all the time. And so that's how they knew how much I was spending. So when I was doing my budget, my sister actually said, make sure you budget that in there because that's a lot of stuff. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, my sister has the same struggle since we were children. Listen, it's so easy to become addicted to emotional eating, guys. You have no idea how easy it is. And it's so easy to not even realize that you have it. Like a lot of people say, oh, I love chocolate. I can just eat it forever. And everybody that's addicted to food aren't overweight. And everybody have a eating disorder isn't skinny. Because people think people with food disorders, all people that are anorexic aren't skinny. You can actually be an obese person with anorexic traits. You can meet multiple of the access diagnoses according to the DSM and be obese. Yeah. hmm You can actually be anorexic and have obese, obsessive compulsive thinking like an addict, meaning you can sit and think and plan and think food just like an addict, but not eat it. I know people that can actually salivate and get full off of daydreaming about food. That's part of their obsessive compulsive addiction. This is so much more complicated and depth. That's why I talk so much about our mind. That's why I work on my own so much. If I thought it was just as simple as eating, I would have already lost weight the first time around. Yes, I have a food addiction. Me too, Terry. Terry, Terry's been with me for 9 years, guys. That's how long I've been in these streets. 9 years. Yeah. Right. 9 years. Because we're still breathing, we're still alive. We have to eat every day, guys. Food is always going to be a form of nourishment. We pray that America becomes better at producing it, but it's always going to be where we seek some form of nourishment because the body actually has to have solids because of the way our biliary tracts go. So we have to eat solids. So we actually can't be having like these 7 and 8 month um, liquid diets, and then your body doesn't know how to break down food anymore. That's serious. So this is why we learn how a lifestyle. Okay, I have watched family members with this. Yes, TR, we talked about it, remember? We talked about it. How you can actually watch somebody emotionally overeat and they don't even know they've done it. Like, did you know that I used to have this thing I would do at restaurants? I'm gonna share this thing because it's self care Saturdays. On Saturday nights we do longer. Amy, you can cut noise on you Saturday. You know, Saturdays we do longer. Is the blanket working?
No, I restarted.
You restarted it? Is it? Will it be different?
Yeah.
Okay. Um. So yeah. Well, I think my mom. I think my mom. My mom was. I can. I don't. My mom was always plus size, guys. Beautiful woman. Always dressed nice. Always about her fashion. Okay. Always about her fashion. My mom like always dressed. This woman could dress. Gail Burham could dress. And she was always, everybody knew my mom. They used to call her Miss Piggy when she was younger. She was a plus size woman. And I'm small, but my fear is because of my family members. We talk, yep, 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 yeah. Because you can't eat yourself to death. Because here's what happens obesity is why a lot of people pass early. Like, okay, a heart attack in a plus size person. Yes, a small person can be ill, but what I'm just explaining some of the things, how some of our family members have died too soon, and weight could have obese side effects of obesity could have contributed, or doctors say they do. Like, someone not that old that has high cholesterol for a couple years or whatever, and we don't think, oh, that won't kill me. But then high cholesterol can be associated with being overweight, eating habits, culture, ethnicity, etc. And then, like, you'll have a family with all passed early. But remember, we pass down eating habits. All families that pass down eating habits doesn't mean it's overweight eating habits. You can pass down bad habits in food in a lot of different ways. Even restricting is passed down. So you can be a full family of a bunch of malnourished people, and it can cause heart problems because our bodies actually require a certain amount of nutrition. You also have a lot of families that are actually chronic dieters. They grow up early forcing diets on children as well as themselves. And those individuals grow up with a unique type of problems that they deal with as well. I actually coach clients who've been dieting since they were 3, and they've been in and out of therapy since they were about 6 around weight loss and wellness. Because in their family, it was heavily pushed on them that they had to be thin, but they also really like to eat. So they were always being put on diets, giving diet supplements, being taken to diet doctors and getting injections, even before they were as early as the age of 10. For some of the two of the ladies that I work with, they went to see weight loss and wellness doctors at the age of 10. My client has body dysmorphia and she thinks she's overweight at 5'8". Yes, Alamia, I actually have body dysmorphia as well. And even though I know what the scale says, I do believe in my mind that I look a couple of 100 pounds bigger than I am. More than not. It's on a good day, I'm okay, but Some days I do believe that my thighs look really big and it's difficult for me, but I work with, well, I have a team of people I work with. Sometimes I say I work with a person, but it's like four of them. I go to treatment for it, and I go to groups and stuff like that. That helps my thinking because it's in my brain, right? When I look in the mirror, it's what I see because when I look down, I see it. But sometimes if I look in the mirror, it's not always there. That's how I know it's not real now. And I have a license in this area, guys, and that was one of the hardest things for me. I mean, not like I'm not licensed today. I'm retired, but how am I walking around working with all these people? At one point, I had we had 1,700 people on our caseload at our clinic. I'm working with psychiatrists and helping with I just all kinds of stuff with clients. As a clinical coordinator. How was I walking around diabolical like this in my brain the way we was dealing with mental health stuff every single day for almost 20 years, y'all? Like, how was I jacked up in the brain like that? All those unresolved, unhealed. Hi. Anyway, let me not be too loud. It's only 11. I thought it was 12 o'clock at night. It felt later here. I just can't believe it. And I can remember getting new clients at our clinic that has some of these food disorders, and I would be reading their charts and doing my case management and are doing one of their treatment plans, and I'd be doing through their diagnosis part, thinking, boy, I'd be struggling with the same thing. Like I would think that. But because I'm the professional, I didn't think it was bad. I would say struggle. I wouldn't say, oh, I had that problem, right? I would always say struggle. And it wasn't until I actually started going to a therapist who specializes in food disorders. And she was like, have you ever been there? I said, well, back in the day, when I was, young, I ended up in a facility for at school and made it bleed. So yeah, I had a little, little binging issue, some purging. I had a little unaliving ideation issues. I had some stuff, and I'm not ashamed to say that stuff. And the reason why I share so openly isn't because I my choice is to weaponize anyone. You can say what you want. We all have freedom to talk. I share it because people need to know that everyday people have overcome it. I can't even tell you the last time I thought to hurt myself. It's been years, and that was something that because of the type of pain I felt when you had your work I had on. Yeah, I had to because the sad part was if I didn't work my way through the emotional part, that depression was always going to come back and try to suck my life out of me. I've seen a lot of pain. And I knew that the only way that I was really going to be able to connect honestly, wholeheartedly with the pain of sexual abuse, domestic violence. My child died when I was 13 years old. I buried a child at 13. I can go on and on and on. If I wasn't able to like really heal from that stuff and then talk about it to tell other people, okay, I know that you've been abused you and it was the worst experience ever. But what I want you to know is it doesn't have to define you. That doesn't have to be your calling card for the rest of your life. Your calling card doesn't have to be, well, because I was abused, right? Because for so long that was my calling card. And what I thought was my superpower was actually my codependency victimization power. You understand what I'm saying? I had to stop using my past as an excuse to survive under the format of victimization. And I had to choose to rise above it and stand in responsibility for the roles that I played to continue that, right? What I'm saying is, although I wasn't responsible for being abused or molested, I'm responsible if I use the pain from that to become depressed and lonely today. I'm responsible for that. Yeah. I'm not responsible for the man that beat me, but if I use the pain from that past beating to respond and act in a victim today and not stand up and be an adult and make adult and woman like decisions and choices, that's on me. He's not beating me anymore. I'm not being raped anymore. Excuse I know it's a strong word. Please don't block me. I'm not being taken advantage anymore. So if I choose to live on the pain from that, I have to get healing. So I have to open up my heart enough so I can put that pain somewhere where I can survive through it instead of victimize through it. I don't want to become a victim because then they're still winning. But if I become a victor, if I say, yes, that pain feels familiar like it did when they took advantage of me, I acknowledge that, I recognize it, but it's not real. Then I don't fall into the crying, the sadness, the feelings of loneliness, abandonment, rejection. I can recognize it. Hello, little mix baby, how are you? I can recognize it and then I can see it. That's honesty draws people to you. Oh, thank you, Alamia. Am I saying your name right? Alama? Is it Alama? Alia? Aliyah? Alima. 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 Is it right? I get it right, Alima. I couldn't say her name right, y'all, all the time, and I think I finally got it. So if I live on the stuff that I didn't have, if I okay, so this is what I'm trying to say, because I don't want anyone to feel like that I'm discounting their pain or their past or what they've experienced. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is sometimes in life, based on our past experiences, it will make you live off what you felt from that experience, but the experience is not happening right now. But the way you will behave and act will be like they're doing it to you right now. You will even tell the story so frequent today that people will mix up the time frame and think you're experiencing what you're talking about right now because you speak of it in present tense, even though it's a past tense situation. Okay, sis, I'm a work in progress. Every day I face my fears. Yeah, Terry, the same. You guys know I tell you when I don't want to work out, I'll tell the girls, listen, I don't want to do this. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't. Oh, I love this. Yeah, some days I do. But some days I don't want to get on nobody's treadmill. I don't want to put no bands on. I don't want to thigh pump. I don't want to squat. I don't want to arm raise. I don't want to do it. But I know that I have a port in my chest. And I know that there's an autoimmune disease just lurking and waiting for me to let down my guard from my natural healthy living. And I won't do it. I'm not going to give it the credit. I'm not going to give it the justice. I'm not going to give the physical issues justice. And I'm not going to give the mental issues. Special life, and it was supposed to be beautiful and great, and my body was a temple, and it's supposed to be, it said all those things. I want mine. So I don't know what God y'all serve. It's rock, trees, sticks. It does. I don't judge nobody. Whoever you talking to, because somebody's making them hearts in that lung pump, 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 pump. Them hearts is pumping and that lung is whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoever's making that do that for you. Whoever you talk to. One thing for certain and two things for sure. I need something higher than me. Because if I rely only on my thinking, I'm going to lose all of my mind. Because my thinking is based on past pain, predicted pain, and current pain. My brain only knows what it's already seen. You get it? My brain only knows what it's already seen. That's why people say, when I see it, I'll believe it. That's why you can't tell people stuff. They won't believe it. Do you know how many people don't believe those photos of me? And I can actually produce people that were in those hospital rooms when I was dying and coming back to life. They will be alive. And people be like, yes, I don't believe it's you. And what I can tell you right now is some days I don't want it to be me because I can see the scars on my body from the resuscitations, the cutting open of my abdomen, stuffing it with tissue. I was there for those. My brain was intact then. It still is now. But what I'm saying was I'm mentally capable of understanding. So I know what happened to me. And I live with those memories. Some, yes, I was in medically induced comas and I don't know about. But I see the scars on my body, on my arms and on my legs, on my face, on my neck, where they were entering tubes in me and they were going back. So they would cut holes into me to get tubes where they needed them to be, you know? And I had to heal from that. So I may not know how I ended up there because I wasn't conscious, but my body does, right? Trauma don't just live in your mind, it can live in your body, right? So I think that's all I have for tonight. Any other questions for me, guys? And I just think, so I was saying all that to say this. I was saying, so no matter what your ultimate goal is, if your focus is the past, what you didn't accomplish or what you're trying to avoid, remember fear, or what you're trying to avoid from happening again, then you're still not in the present. The best way to stand exactly where your feet are planted is to do that. And we do that by counting the minutes and seconds of today's gratitude. And it's hard to do because a lot of times we'll find ourselves working to have money for tomorrow's bills and yesterday's debt, right? Stage. Hold on, I missed a comment. What does stage mean? God has a plan for your life. Oh, thank you, Alima. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I think When I realized that I lived kind of like in this shifting, I was either worried about what was coming next, sad about what already had come and I couldn't do nothing about it. I was never really right here. And I tell the girls all the time, before you go, please autograph the books before you give them away in the kits. I will autograph them. I already said that I wanted to put a message in each one of them just because it was personally for me. My brother was like, "Oh, this is beautiful, beautiful." My brother was so impressed. I was like, "TR, she did a big one. Thank you so much." Here's mine right here. Just to show you know I'm in love with it, baby. So much. I mean massive love. You guys, did you guys see that it's you can date it? Did y'all see? Yeah. Quality. So when you are a new enrollment, I am dropping these in free, no charge. I'm signing them for you, inspiring you because we do journal in my program every day. I encourage the ladies to journal every day, and those who don't journal daily, I encourage them to voice journal, video journal, or journal 3 times a week because it helps the mind. This has nothing to do with weight loss, guys. It has everything to do with mindset. If there's something you're struggling with, check your mindset. Your relationship's crazy, check your mindset. You feel like your man ain't listen to you, check your mindset. Check your mindset. And check your mindset and watch you see things differently. Okay? Hey Philo, any other questions for Coach? I'll see y'all tomorrow. You know we gotta do it on Sunday. Day 108 is tomorrow. Day 108. Day 108. Day 108.